Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another extra. We're on the pamphlet Islam Explained, and our last reading from out of this pamphlet, I believe, was talking about universal faith. And you know, it is good to be strong in your faith. You know what I mean? Very strong in your faith, and we know that the last one was purpose of life. You got what I'm saying? And you know, it made sense. You got what I'm saying? It made sense that you should be able to take the teachings of being righteous, of walking in your demiurge commandments and pass them on. You know what I mean? There are some people that has trouble believing. There are some people that has no strength at all in faith, you know what I mean? Don't know how to let go, don't know how to believe in things, you know, just have to, you know what I mean, figure it. You know, you have to tell your testimony. Either they get it or they don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, I'm a firm believer. Sometimes it's for you to plant the seed, not to water the seed. Sometimes it's for you to just water the seed and not plant the seed. You know what I mean? Know your role. You know, because you can push away. You can push a person away that's not a believer of religion. You got what I'm saying? You can push them away. You know, you can make them close their ear. You know, shut down and not receive the information you have to give to them. But let's get into this extra. And this part is worship in Islam. Worship in Islam is woven into the daily life of a Muslim and is not confined to a holy place. The fundamental aspects of worship in Islam are encompassed within 5 pillars which enable Muslims to cultivate their relationship with God. Now, you know, cultivating, you know what I mean, that's like your teachings, you know what I mean, that's you being nurtured, that's you learning, you know what I mean. So let's get into number 1, testimony of faith, which is your shahada. The first of the 5 basic foundations is knowingly and voluntarily asserting that there is nothing worthy of worship except God and Muhammad is the messenger of God. This statement is the basis of faith in Islam, affirming that no partners can be associated with God and that of Muhammad is his final prophet. As a result of this belief, Muslims seek guidance in life through God's revelation, the Quran, and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Now, you see what the Shahada is about, right? You know what I mean? It's like a baptism. You feel what I'm saying? So you give yourself over, you know what I mean, to whom you know, to Allah. You get me? And that's the oath you take, you know what I mean? So let's get into number 2, prayer, salat. You know what I mean? And you usually hear it and sound like it's a T at the end because it'll be like salat, you know what I mean? But it's salat, Salah. And that's the prayer, you know what I mean? This morning when I woke up, you know, if you're really following me, if you you know, follow me, you know, you understand I have struggled with prayer. But this morning I got up and, you know, did some things, and then I realized, oh, I didn't pray again, and I made my mind up. I said, you know, let's do this real sweet and short and direct to the point, you know what I mean? Just get in there, say thank you, and you know, pray for good health and move on, you know what I mean? And if it lasts a minute, it lasts 2 minutes, at least you prayed, at least you gave thanks, you know what I mean? And ask for forgiveness, you feel me? 2, prayer, salah. Muslims are required to pray 5 times a day to maintain a spiritual connection with God and remind themselves of their ultimate purpose in life. Through sincerity, repentance, and direct prayer to God, Muslims strive to establish a personal spiritual relationship with their Creator throughout the day. This prayer includes physical motions of bowing and prostrating, which were also performed by Jesus, Moses, and the prophets before them, peace be upon them all. So that's why I say, when you look at the Muslims from across seas, they're very disciplined in their prayers. You feel what I'm saying? The women, they're very disciplined in their prayers. You feel what I'm saying? I used to see them when I was in prison. These Muslim men praying 5 times a day. Some, lesser, but for the most part, all day. And then Ramadan, come on, man. They really was going at it in Ramadan. The third one is charity, which is zakah. This is an annual charity given to the poor. Muslims must give at least 2.5% of their wealth to help the poor, the needy, and the oppressed. Charity is one of the vital sources of social welfare in Islam, encouraging a just society where everyone's basic needs are provided for. Now, I will say this: that's something across seas. I don't believe they adopted that in the United States. I've never seen a Muslim really give you nothing. I've never seen a Muslim even really help another Muslim, to be honest with you. You feel what I'm saying? You on this by yourself. You got what I'm saying? You're to stand on your own 2 feet. But like I said, the laws are the laws and the commandments, of Allah, it's totally different across seas than it is in America. You feel what I'm saying? They're more obedient across seas. Number 4, fasting, which is called Swam, S-A-W-M. Muslims fast during the month of Ramadan, the 9th month of the Muslim lunar calendar, by refraining from eating, drinking, and sexual interaction from dawn to sunset. It is an act of self-restraint and spiritual cleansing that increases one's empathy for the less fortunate and enables one to consciously control bad habits such as foul language, idle talk, and anger. Fasting also helps people develop strong willpower as they overcome the essential desires of their bodies and the damaging acts of their speech. Now that's just like having a Passover. During the Passover, you fast. During the Passover, you're sacrificing something to whom you pray to. You got what I'm saying? So it's a similarity, from the Jewish Bible, Christians, to the Muslims. It's not a whole lot of difference in things. You feel what I'm saying? And I just keep wondering and saying to myself, when are these Muslims and these Christians and these Baptists gonna wake up one day and say, look at all the lies and the deaths that came out of us going against each other in religion, and it's the same word. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same word. The last one is pilgrimage, and that is called Hajj, which is H-A-J-J. The pilgrim's journey to Mecca is an act that every Muslim must perform once in their life if they are physically and financially able. It symbolizes the unity of humankind as Muslims from every race and nationality assemble together in equality to worship God, following the traditions of Prophet Abraham. Now, Prophet Abraham, are we talking about the Jewish Abraham, Moses' father? You feel what I'm saying? Is that what we're talking about? So I just say this to you, If that's who we talking about, that tell you something, right? That really tells you something, right? So once again, what was it all for? What was all this for? The white man ain't this. Jesus never existed. What was it all for? Did send a soul to hell? Was that the end result of it? Come on, man. Anyway, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. There's been another extra. I love you, and I'm out.